Hi guys, so I'm not even too sure if I'm going to post this video or not. I'm just not very happy with some of the plug welds I've been doing. Somebody's given me some excellent advice and on some pliers that I can use with a copper back to them. So I'm going to give them a go, maybe try some practice welding for this, just try and get a good feel on the plugs. There's no point in carrying out this work if all I'm doing is a little bit rough shot and maybe having risks built in with welds opening up whilst in use. So I'm going to set a few bits and pieces up, try out the new bit of kit, and then if needs be go over some of the older welds just to improve them. Like I say, I'm really not sure if I'm going to post this. If I am, it's in all likelihood to be quite short. So these are the areas that I'm not too happy with. I'm not getting particularly good penetration through here, and it's not filling it, that's for sure. I did notice on my welder I'd had the speed very, very low. I probably need to adjust that. So I'm going to have a go at that now and see if we can improve things. I'm still fanning around with this, giving it a bash here and there. It seems to actually start to be fitting reasonably well now, which is pleasing to see. But I don't. So the next big job would be to start putting in plug welds around here, which I'm not going to do if I can't plug weld very well. So I think a bit more practice is needed before we carry on. And these are the plug weld pliers that I've picked off of eBay. Hopefully they'll do the trick. We'll have a little go. Okay, so just made a little practice section up here, brushed it all down. I'm going to use my fancy new plug weld pliers wherever I've put them down already. Great, they're somewhere. Oh, there they are, next to the brew kit. We'll have a little go at this now and see how we get on. I've only done one, and it's amazing what turning the speed up can do. I know it's not neat, this is flux core, but it's much, much better. So I'm going to just do a bit more of this, I think, see how we get on, and go back to my other welds and see if I can improve them. I'm really pleased with having a little think about this. Okay, well, what a significant difference that is. I know this is exactly as I've left it, so it hasn't been rubbed down or brushed or anything like that. I can see that I've missed a few spots here. Could do with a better fill. That could do with a bit more work, but generally it seems pretty good. We'll have a look. Dogs are woofing, so they, you know they're psychic dogs. So let's have a look on the other side, just see if we've got some decent penetration, because that's something I'm very conscious that I might not be getting on the car itself. The great reveal for both of us. Ah, lovely. And that's what we're looking for. That's exactly what we're looking for. So I'm very, very pleased with that. Like, really pleased. I'm going to go through some welds now on the car, make sure that we've got some decent fill. Now that, I mean, all I did was adjust the speed. It was next to 0. Well, not 0, it was on 1. I just didn't think about changing the speed. I didn't realise what a difference it would make in it. It's totally transformed how I approach things now. So, yeah, very delighted with that. So what I'm going to go over is these welds here, up there especially, down there, and maybe I can have another go at this horrible nastiness. If I do it, oh, I don't know, I'll have a mess around. But no, what a difference. So I'll get the video back on when I've got something to show. I tell you what a game changer that has been. So again, nothing's rubbed down, nothing's exactly as it is. And you can see on the newer panel here, I've got some, well, for me, what I think to be some plug welds. It's fully filled. I haven't burnt holes and everything. Down the side here, I know it's not pretty, but do remember this was a very thin piece of old metal on the strengthening piece here. But now I know it's fully attached, and it's messy, I know, but I'm really pleased with it. And again, along the bottom, I've got some decent plug welds there for me. So this is now, I'd say, 50 times stronger than it was. I mean, really, it was just nibbling into it before. I can't believe what difference the speed settings made. I'm disappointed I didn't think of it sooner, but I'm delighted that I've thought of it now, because it means that going forwards I'm going to have a lot more confidence putting this all back together. I'm not going to worry. This tool's been fantastic. I mean, I didn't use it on everything because I couldn't, and there's thick bits of steel there anyway, but it's been brilliant. It really did change things. So although probably one of my shortest videos, for me personally, it's going to be one of my most successful. It's given me great confidence to move forward and know that the welds are probably going to hold a lot better now. So I'm going to quickly run the angle grinder over this, use some sanding pads rather than grinding blades, bring this back down, and then get you back in to see what it looks like once it's done. Once that's finished, prime it all up again, and it's given me some real great confidence to move forwards in the next few days with this inner wing, which you can see I've started to mess around with it, and it's sort of getting there. Lots of bashing required, I'd imagine. And unfortunately, my rubber mallet broke yesterday, so I think I've got another one somewhere, but we'll see. So yeah, great. I'll bring it back in once it's cleaned up. Right, so halfway through sanding down, and a few bits I need to go back into here and here, for example. And up there needs a bit of work. I couldn't quite get in there, so I've got my finger sander. Ooh, I can use that. This is obviously a total mess. I knew it would be. I might go over it again just to tidy it up a bit. But it's solid, isn't it? Just as an example as to the difference in the welding. So this was what I did today. Again, I haven't totally sanded it down, as you can see. And this is what I was doing the other day. Just burning through things, making it a total mess. So I am delighted with the change of speed and what difference that has made. So I'm going to go over this a bit more, just get the welder onto there, fill that up, tidy it up, and then get the finger sander in by the looks of it, clean these bits up, get up there, and then spray it up. Yeah, I mean, I know it isn't much, but like I said, I think this is good. It's really good for my confidence and to help me push things along a little bit, knowing that the welds can actually hold, which I suppose is quite important when restoring a car. Kind of goes without saying, surely. But anyway, bit more touching up, and then I'll bring the camera around. Okay, so a bit more work's been carried out. Don't forget, these were holes. These ones they were half holes, let's say. I hadn't lined it up properly, so I'm just really pleased to be able to have put some metal back in. The top looks a lot better. Bottom, I need to tidy up these spots, obviously. And the side, it's a total mess, but it's holding, and it's a lot stronger and better than it was. I keep going over and over, but the problem is this metal's so thin that it's just burning and burning each time. I'm not too sure I can do too much more with that without totally compromising it. You can see when I do the weld, it just burns back, so probably going to leave that as it is for the time being, to be honest with you. So generally speaking, I'm really pleased, actually. I know it's, again, not concourse, but gives me a fighting chance to take things forward. So I'm going to tidy this up a bit more, probably do that spot weld, that last one in the corner there. I've got to take this inner wing out anyway, so once I've done that I can get the angle grinder back in there and sand it down a bit. So that's about it. So I'll start messing around a little bit and then spray it up and see what it looks like. Well, personally, I think that's a million times better. I'm really pleased. I'm sure there's going to be people watching this going, what are you doing? I think that's awful. I could have done better. And I really hope you could. And I want you to, because this is, again, for the millionth time, not necessarily how to do things. I'm doing this out of hobby and necessitation, and just to see this poor old girl back on the road again after many years. So just sprayed it all up. It's so much better. I'm really pleased. Next time I've got the welder going, I will sort this part here out. And so my next job, I guess, really is to take this wing off. Proof of concept has been achieved. Drill some holes for the plug welding, which all I can really do for the time being is this bottom part, because this flat inner wing is going to be replaced at some point, which will have to be soon. Or do I do that next? I'd probably tack the bottom in, like 1 or 2 plugs, just to hold it into position, and then take the inner wing out. The reason being I've got to line it all up again with the new panel, which is just there. But regardless, I think this is a good place to stop. And also another top tip, wear gloves. Ow, that hurt. I was just trying to be a bit ambitious and get into that corner and caught myself on the blade, but I'll be fine, don't worry. So yeah, a relatively short video, but for me personally, one of my most enjoyable times. So I'll see you in a few days, no doubt, maybe over the weekend, I'm not too sure, when I get some good amount of time to contemplate my life, what I'm doing with it, and how to fit in a wing. So thank you.